So tell us a little about your experience with the Digital Dealer Conference.
Well, I'm a digital dealer virgin, my first one. It's been really interesting. Response Logic just got out of that presentation. It was excellent. He had information that I'm really going to take home, so I like that one. That was excellent.
Now, were you able to attend the peer networking roundtables this morning?
Yes, met at least a dozen interesting people, all with the same problems that I have. So we had an opportunity to talk and discuss and exchange ideas. It was really helpful.
That's terrific. Do you have any other specific goals that you have for the conference?
Troubleshooting operations, processes. The biggest advantage, I think, to Digital Dealer is networking and meeting with my peers and discussing our problems.
Terrific. Thanks so much. And your name and title and the name of your store?
Joe Pastel, Marketing Director, Sun Chevrolet, the Used Car King, Syracuse, New York.
Terrific. Thanks so much, Joe. So can you tell us a little bit about your experience so far with the Digital Dealer Conference?
I'm very impressed. I mean, last spring I was here, and I came with one of our other GMs, and we were so impressed that we brought 5 representatives this time. And we have almost all our stores here. We have 5 rooftops. Stephanie here is our controller, and we brought her along so that she understands from an expense standpoint where we need to be spending our money going forward. And we think that in digital is where it needs to be.
Terrific. Stephanie, were you able to attend the peer networking roundtables this morning?
Yes. Yeah, they were very interesting. It looks like most of the dealers have the same issues regarding getting their sales staff on board with the digital marketing. So it was very insightful.
Terrific. Do you have specific goals in mind for what you want to get out of the conference overall?
I need to gain some insight into the digital world. Like Dawn said, I'm the controller and I see all the spending, and the marketing budget is really changing. So I just wanted to gain some understanding of where we're spending our money.
And Don, what about you? Do you have any specific goals for what you want to get out of the conference?
Yeah, I came to the spring one, like I said, but my GM didn't come. So I brought him this time, convinced him he needs to be here so that we're both on the same page, so that he understands where we need to go moving forward.
Terrific. And if I can have your name and your title in your store from both of you?
All right, my name is Don Moose, and I'm the Business Development Director for the Thomas Hyundai store in Cumberland, Maryland.
And my name is Stephanie Martz, and I'm the controller for the Thomas Automotive Group.
Terrific. Thank you, Stephanie and Don. I appreciate it.
And you see, so we'll use these as cutaways so we can cut back to you as you're listening to the people talking. So we'll use these. Maybe turn this to the side. As you're listening. Very good. Good.
Can you tell us a little bit about your experience at the Digital Dealer Conference?
I just came from a conference, a session with Dick Hanna Honda, which was really, really good. He talked a lot about Facebook and ROI. And before we came here, we listed a whole bunch of template ideas of what's it about, how's it different than what we're doing, how's it inspire us to apply to things that we're doing, and then can we contact him and how would we follow up, and real testimonials. And he went through and he answered all those questions, which I thought was really, really kind of cool. Some laws differ a little bit in Washington, they do in California, which is where we're from, but some of the same rules still apply, which was kind of cool. But he's really taking Facebook, and instead of just pitching to clients and customers, he's creating kind of an environment and a community for those people, which is really kind of fun. And I've started, and then it initiates conversation within the audience, and people start talking about different things that they're doing and so on and so forth, and it's really fun.
So he was using Facebook to build a brand and not to sell cars.
Yeah, but it's gonna bring the people, and once you engage and they trust you and they build that community, it's gonna sell cars.
That's terrific. Now, were there any other specific topics you were looking to learn more about while you're here at the conference?
You know, I'm an advertising agency for a guy who owns multiple dealerships, and so he really wants to get more involved in some of that stuff. And one of the things that I just learned from my group, from my agency, younger than me, is called geocaching. And I don't know if you've ever heard of it. I've never heard of it. And it's basically where it's a treasure hunt. and people are putting things, and you go find it, but then you leave something for the next person. I didn't even know this existed. And so the gal in my office said, go to www.geocaching.com. It's CACHING. And there's over 1 million of these things worldwide already. And Apple iPod has already got a GPS tracker where you put the thing in the tracker and it leads you to it. And I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, that's cool. That's cool stuff. So the more that they get engaged with that customer, the more that they're going to trust them. That makes that makes a big difference. When we went, and like I said, I'm an advertising agency, when we did a personal, how do you say this, a like kind of thing on a scale, car dealerships were at the bottom as far as trust and confidence. Advertising agencies were only one step above, so we're not doing much better. But that guy in there, that Honda dealership, he's trying to turn that around. Where he's saying, we're going to quit trying to sell them and just befriend them, if you will. And I think that'll work.
That's terrific. Can you tell us now your name and your title in the dealerships that you represent?
My name's Tom Hogan, and I represent San Francisco Ford and Novato Ford, and I own an advertising agency called Hogan Media in San Francisco.
Terrific. Thanks so much. Enjoy the conference.